This is Michelle with a Southern Shell, and I'm here to share with you my interpretation of Sheetload of Cards for this May 2021. And this is put out by Crafty Owl. Call me Crafty Owl here on YouTube. I will list her channel below, and she does this every month. And as long as you are a subscriber to her channel, you are able to click on the link and go over and download this supply list and sketch list. And it shows you the picture here. It tells you the supplies and the dimensions and any alternatives you can do. It shows you what you need, 6 A2 card bases, and then pattern paper. She used 2 sheets of the 6x6 this time, and this shows you how to cut those. And then you needed 2 sheets of cardstock 8.5 by 11, and it shows how to cut those. And then cardstock 2, you needed 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11, and shows you how to do that. And then you needed 1 piece of scrap. And then she needed another sheet of cardstock, 8.5 by 11, and she cut 6 pieces into 2 by 2.75, and she rounded the corners and she cut a little piece in the center there. I'm going to show you my interpretation. So I went and got my scraps, and I built up some cards that I had cardstock already. I had card bases already done. I'm sorry guys, I had some dental work done and I'm still a little poop. Anyway, this is my interpretation because I thought these would make great Father's Day cards. And so I took the white piece and I just had it printed on there, Best Dad, and I had it cut. Instead of doing the banner piece, I put a little mustache down at the bottom. So it says Best Dad. It has the card base, and it's a little bigger than an A2. So, and I didn't know I was going to use these, but I'm like, it just worked out just fine. And so I put the burgundy on the bottom. I used 2 6x6 papers out of an old paper pad, and I mounted them on some other card in that paper pad instead of doing cardstock. So I just dug around, used scraps, and put this together. Now what I did to make it more mine is I put these cute little buttons on there to look like maybe Dad's jacket, because we have the hat. And so I just put these little buttons on there, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did these. So I took this black, really thin yarn tart type stuff. Really, it's a yarn, but it's kind of rough. And I took one end of it and I put some of my glue on there and let that dry, so it made a really tight little tip so I could weave it on through. And so I weaved it through 3 buttons, and I measured to make sure that those buttons are going to go from corner to corner on this paper. And then I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and trim off this piece because I don't need it that long. And I've got my hot glue, and I'm going to hot glue the bottom of this button going over that yarn so it doesn't move. And I'm going to put this lining up. I took and I made sure that those holes in the button were lined up diagonally to go across this paper. And so I want to make sure that the second one is right in the middle. So I'm going to make sure, I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not going to measure to make sure it's in the middle. I just want it to be in the middle, but still kind of random. And these can be sweater buttons, you know, like on a sweater vest, or you know, anything like that. It reminded me of my dad because he had a sweater that I used to steal on occasion and wear it to high school. I thought it was just absolutely hilarious because it was huge on me. But it was the 80s, and there was a time that there was like a thrift look going on, and it looked like you went to the thrift store and just gathered things up and put those outfits together. Now, I don't know why that became popular, but it did. It didn't last long. A lot of you probably don't remember that era or remember when that happened, but I was kind of in there. I wore a great big long trench coat that used to be my brother's when he was in the Army. And there's that. Okay, so once again, I just took the buttons, laced through that cotton yarn there, put the glue on the back of it, and I want to make sure that that tail doesn't stick out, so I'm just going to fold it on under and glue that on down. Okay, now I want to make sure that these are as evenly spaced as they can be. Let's put that middle one down, adding some glue across that yarn. Glue that down, and then we've got our last one here. So cut off the extra and glue that down, making sure that the threaded area on the buttons are all lined up. And there we have it. What do you guys think? I really like the way these turned out. I think they're really cute, really adorable. So guys, thank you for joining me this morning in my interpretation of Call Me Crafty Owl's Sheetload of Cards for May. I will list her channel below. Go over and show her some crafty love if you've not subscribed to her channel. She's a beautiful card maker. I love watching her cards, and she's got such creativity. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, I do hope you consider doing so now by hitting that subscribe button. It does not cost a thing, and it doesn't hurt, I promise. If you do want to know when I'm uploading a new video, hit that bell notification, and YouTube should notify you when I've uploaded a new video. As always, guys, thumbs up. Stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.